The last tutorial I showed you how to create scenes for you from your storyboard, animate them using either presets or doing manual keyframes. I've gone ahead and created the rest of the scenes for my PSA using just the text. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to add images. Now you can do some animation with those too. So there it is. Those are my scenes right now. Let me go up here to the File menu. I'm going to go ahead and import the image that I'm going to use. Make sure you navigate to your project folder in your Google Drive. I have an images folder. I have an image called $1,000 and it's a Photoshop file, so I'll click open. You'll have several choices for importing the image. One can be as footage, where you can either merge all the layers if there's multiple layers, or you can choose an individual layer. I'm going to go ahead and choose a composition. I make sure that I can do editable layer styles, even though I have none there. I can also do a composition retaining the layer sizes, so I'll just do that to make sure it's the same size that I want. I'll click the OK button now. Once I've imported, you'll see that since I had multiple layers, I have a folder that has all the individual layers, but I've also created a brand new composition. And if I double click this, it opens on the timeline, and I can see that I have all the individual $100 bills that made up my Photoshop image, and they're all listed as separate layers. And that's great because I'm going to go ahead and create some animation. First, I'll go to my composition menu and choose composition settings. I'm going to change the length of the composition from 15 seconds. I'm just going to give it 10 seconds, make it a little bit shorter. This is actually more than I need. And when I go down here to the timeline, I can see that I've got markers at 15 frames and then each second. So every 15 frames. I'm just going to go ahead and move this second layer. I'm going to let the first layer start right at the beginning, but I'll move the beginning of the second layer just a couple of frames over. I'm just going to keep moving each of these over. Now, I'm not doing any motion, but I could easily do motion just like I did with text. I could rotate things. I could change the size and the position, but I'm just going to go ahead and stagger where each of these start. So do it a couple of frames at a time, and I think this one needs to go back over a bit. And I may have done these a little bit too fast, but we'll see how it plays out. Okay, so I've got that, and now I'll just press the space bar and play it. And I like the way that plays back. So I'll just go back to my original composition. Now I'll go up to my project window, click on that $1,000 composition, and drag it right down into my composition. Now notice I've already locked all my other layers that I've dealt with, and I placed this one at the top. But I want to go ahead and find where it's going to start. So I'm going to go here towards the end of my spot, hold down my Option Command and scrub. So I want it right there, right about "you could win." So I'll just go here and drag this so that the beginning of it starts right where I want it to start. And now, if I go ahead and do a RAM preview with Control 0, I can see my spot from the beginning. It's going to take a while to render.
Do you need money for college? Come to the Cash for College workshop and apply for grants and loans. You could win a $1,000 grant, but you can't win if you don't attend. Visit the Career Center today for details about Cash for College and how you could win $1,000. Do you need money for college?
Okay, so I like the way that came in. You can bring in individual images, you can manipulate them using the same manual keyframe techniques, you can also apply some of the animation effects to it too.